Hi, I'm Mike Daria, Superintendent of the Tuscaloosa City Schools, and welcome to this edition of the Progress Report. Today we're here at Northridge High School where we're going to talk with Principal Kyle Ferguson and three outstanding Northridge High School students. So we're here with three Northridge High School standouts. Guys, good to see you.
Thank you.
Do us a favor, introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about being a Merit Scholar. We'll start with you, Walker.
I'm Walker Ferry. I'm a senior at Northridge. I'm honored to be a merit finalist. It's an achievement, accomplishment very few students across the country get, so I'm pretty excited.
Fantastic.
I'm Ethan Sneckenberger. I'm also a senior, and I'm super excited to be a National Merit Finalist because I get a bunch of scholarships from that, and also it reflects very well on the Tuscaloosa City Schools.
I'm Isaac Smith. I'm also a senior at Northridge, and I'm also excited and happy to be a National Merit Finalist.
Guys, being a National Merit Finalist, I mean, what an accomplishment, what a recognition. We're proud of you. I know Mr. Ferguson in Northridge is proud of you. Your Tuscaloosa City school system is proud of you. Tell us, what contributed to this? What allowed you to get here? What would you say are the one or two things that really got you here?
I think the teachers at Northridge were a big part because they do a very good job of teaching like the math and English skills that we need to know for the standardized tests, ACT, SAT, from just our freshman year. And they give us the opportunity to take the PSAT our freshman and sophomore year before it really counts your junior year.
Got it. Okay. So teachers and a lot of opportunities to be successful.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the teachers help, but also learning the material whenever you're younger, not just kind of studying it for the test, memorizing the basics, and then it'll build on and it'll make it a lot easier to score higher on standardized tests.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think I definitely think it's important to start learning the things like well before you're testing, and it's really important, or it's really helpful if you're really interested and try to enjoy what you're doing.
Fantastic. What are our plans for next year? Clearly you're ready for what's ahead of you, but what's ahead of you? Start with you, Walker.
I'll be attending Washington University in St. Louis next year. I'll also be swimming for their Division III program. Planning to major in biomedical engineering right now, but I'm also thinking about maybe switching to something business related or healthcare management. So we'll see.
Terrific.
I'm so excited to go to the University of Alabama, but I'm going to defer a year to volunteer abroad, working with environmental conservation and farming in Ghana, and going to Guatemala and working at a health clinic with maternal health and malaria prevention, and then teaching English and math in Thailand. And then I'll come back and go to the university and major in bio on the pre-med track.
Wow.
I'm not sure where I'm going to college, either the University of Alabama, Carleton College, St. Olaf College, or Caltech, and right now I'm leaning towards Caltech. I plan to major in physics or maybe biology.
Wow, bright futures. So I want to just ask you one question before I ask Mr. Ferguson a question. You guys talked about the role of teachers and how teachers contributed to you being at this place. What's a message that you would leave your teachers with, that you would want the teachers of the Tuscaloosa City Schools to know about their role in you getting to this great place?
I just want to tell them thank you. They've helped me out so much and have always been so supportive of my dreams and goals, and I've gotten to be really close to many of my teachers. And
Wow.
It's going to be difficult to leave them.
Yeah.
I really just want to give a huge thank you as well, and proud to say that I was one of their students. And really, it's the teachers that make the biggest difference. You know, you can take all the online classes or homeschool, but you're not really getting the same experience as you are with someone who actually really cares and wants to see you succeed as much as our teachers do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd also just say thank you. Thank you for being enthusiastic and just great teachers.
Wow. Guys, we're really proud of you. And clearly bright futures ahead, and we're going to watch you as you progress. We're really proud. Mr. Ferguson, I know you're proud of these guys.
Absolutely.
I know you're proud of Northridge. I know you're proud of what's going on here. And we have three gentlemen here who are three of many who are doing really well here. What do you think, and what do you believe contributed to the work that these three guys?
Well, number one, these guys, they bring their A game every day, and they have since they walked into our doors. They're a big part of what we've established at Northridge as a kind of a tradition of academic excellence. And, you know, they do have fantastic teachers, but they also have fantastic families that are very supportive and goal-oriented. And these guys have, working with our counselors and our teachers, have really done a good job of kind of mapping out their pathway. And they've showed that willingness to just be committed and recommit to excellence every day. You know, if you can imagine being a teacher and these guys walking into your classroom, you got to be on your toes, because you're dealing with some very driven, highly intelligent young men here, and it keeps us all, it makes us all better every day. You know, steel sharpens steel, and these are three of the best. We're just incredibly proud of them.
Wow. What else is going on here in Northridge that that you believe really allows students to excel here and be highly successful? Because these are three who are here with us today because of their accomplishment, but you've got all other students here really being highly successful. What would you say are the 2 or 3 most important things here at Northridge that are big contributors to student success?
Well, I think these guys have already alluded to it. One of the things that I think we do really well, and especially our teachers, is establishing relationships with our students. Our teachers genuinely care about kids, and one of the things that I really love doing when I get a new student from another school or a district, you know, I like to ask them, hey, what do you like about us? Or what would you like to see get better? And one of the things we always hear is your teachers really care. Your teachers really teach. They're really concerned about our grades, and this is all students, not just the academically elite. But I think it's all about relationships. I think we do a really good job with that, and going back to their parents and their families, it's community involvement. We've got an incredible group of parents. We communicate a lot, and you know, we answer to our parents and our students, and we listen a lot to see what their thoughts are and what their needs are. And one of the things I always look forward to at the end of the year is hearing from our group of seniors that you'll meet with,
Right.
To see what we need to do to get better. So we're always striving to get better. You know, every year since I've been here for the last 5 years, we've had several semifinalists. I think we've had 3 recipients, or we've had several finalists, but we've had 3 recipients, and I'm very confident that we're going to see some more this year.
Absolutely.
You know, we've been fortunate to put some students in the service academies. We've got 2 Air Force Academy students, and we've got someone in West Point, and I hope to announce really soon that we've got a Harvard student.
Mr. Ferguson, thank you for letting us come and hang out and see the great things going on here at Northridge. We're proud of everything going on here. And gentlemen, we wish you the absolute best of luck. I don't know that you need it because you've got your path set and ready to go, but we're going to be watching, and we look forward to great things. And congratulations on your upcoming graduation and the road ahead. Thanks for being here today. Thank you. And now let's head over to Bryant High School. We're in the Bryant High School Library today to talk about our Strong Schools, Strong Libraries initiative. Libraries are really important to the work of the Tuscaloosa City Schools, and we're here today to get the perspective of 2 patrons of our library here at Paul W. Bryant High School, Brianna and Zoe. I'm going to ask you guys to at least just introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about where you are here at Bryant High School. Zoe, we'll start with you.
Hi, I'm Zoe Jones. I'm a senior. I'm involved in the school's Key Club, theater program, debate society, and our strings program.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brianna Bird. I'm involved in MCJROTC, the Fine Arts Program, choir, debate, and also the Ambassador Program.
So everything, right? Involved in everything.
Almost.
Almost. So we're here in the library to talk about libraries in our schools and in the Tuscaloosa City Schools. Talk about your library experience here at Bryant High School and even throughout your career in the Tuscaloosa City Schools. Zoe, what do the libraries mean to you?
Well, my library experience here at Bryant was a little different from the average student because I have the perspective of a library assistant as well. So I was part of the transitional team when we started weeding out old books and putting in new books that would really attract a broader the broader student population and really get kids interested in reading and having that love and passion for it and wanting to bring it into their future.
Okay. Brianna, how about you?
Definitely. I can agree with the passion part. I view the library at Paul W. Bryant High School as our mecca, as the heart of our school. This has been the place where I've had some of my greatest conversations. This has been the place where I've completed projects and really found my love for reading. I was an avid reader in elementary school. However, in middle school, I felt that I didn't have the time or I couldn't find the focus to get into a good book. But when I arrived at Bryant, I really understood the importance of literacy and the importance that reading can have on a person's life.
Fantastic. And Brianna, you hit on an important piece for us in the Tuscaloosa City Schools, is that reading is essential, and that all students need to be readers, all people need to be readers so that we can be leaders and learners, right? So talk a little bit about what's really important in a library, so that we can make all libraries the mecca or the heartbeat of the school. What is really important for our libraries to have for students?
Ms. Doral has been very involved in my passion of reading, from book discussions to a program we had called Book Flex, earlier, where we had previews of books and we saw different upcoming artists and we were introduced to a more modern view on literacy and on reading. It really helped me gain my perspective. I think that when the librarians are involved, when the librarians put a focus on reading, the students get more involved.
Fantastic. Zoe, what about you?
That's very true. I completely agree. With all the programs that our librarians have implemented here, like book talks, as you mentioned, and even programs where you kind of take us back to elementary school and read us a good book that we can just follow along with in our heads and have a great time with. And I just think our librarians have done a great job in getting people involved and reinstilling that passion for reading and the love for it.
Fantastic. I couldn't agree more about the role of the librarian. And it just so happens we really do have an awesome librarian here. Ms. Doral, librarian for Paul W. Bryant High School. Ms. Doral, one of the two librarians here.
Ms. Russell as well.
Tell us a little bit about the work of our librarians in the Tuscaloosa City Schools, in our culture of literacy in the Tuscaloosa City Schools, and certainly as it applies to Bryant High School.
What has been so the for us recently, especially, is the role of the librarian has, in our system, has been re-energized. Specifically, the incredibly essential role of reading engagement. You cannot build a reader if you do not let them read. You can teach them how to read, which is the other important part of it, but it's like teaching someone how to play baseball but never letting them play the game. They don't really know how to play a game until they get to play it. And then, of course, when you're reading and you've been engaged in reading, you fall in love with it and you'll keep doing it, and those strategies and those skills that you're taught are practiced over and over and over again, and you don't even know you're practicing them because you're just reading a good book. And we've been very fortunate in our system and in our school to have had the support structure from the system all the way down to our administration to take the time that it requires to build a better collection. We've had the funding to buy better, good books, current books, important books, and also have the time to do the programming and just all the different things we do to try to engage students again. Because to some degree in the high school, we're having to re-engage them back again because they see reading to some degree as a task.
That's right.
Not as a pleasure.
That's kind of what I think Brianna was talking about earlier. So this progress report is to kind of give a report out to our community, to our parents, about what we're doing in the Tuscaloosa City Schools. What would you want our community, our parents, the Tuscaloosa City community as a whole to know about the role of libraries in our school system? And what can they do?
First, I think we get just accustomed to the fact that we have libraries. Like, well, of course you have a library. It is a blessing to have thousands of books free available to you as a student or a person, an adult, public libraries, same thing, that you can go in and peruse and find something you're interested in. Like, we just take that for granted, and there are school children across the globe that is never going to be part of their experience. So first, it's a blessing, then take advantage of that blessing. Take your children, we need our parents to take their children to libraries. We need our parents to read with their children at home. By the time a child comes to a kindergarten classroom, if he is read to at home, he has he's heard a million more words.
That's right.
He has heard a million more words. That is a reading vocabulary gap that cannot be made up. So just read to your children if you're a parent. If you're a student, just find something you're interested in. I tell the kids, I'm never going to assign you a book written 300 years ago by a dead man. If you want to read that, wonderful. I just want you to find something you're interested in so that you will read. So we need our students to just take the chance to engage in a book, and if they don't like it, they can put it back and find another one.
right.
It's not a marriage.
That's right.
It's a date.
Fantastic. Great. Miss Edwards, we're here with two of Bryant's star students who are clearly doing very well, and we talked a little bit earlier about their paths after high school, and they've got bright futures. We've got Ms. Dorrell here talking about the role of library. From your perspective, talk about the role of the library in this culture of literacy for Bryant High School.
Right, and you have two of our finest here. We're very proud of. The heart of our school, we've endorsed the slogan is our library. And I think that says it all when we hear from students like Zoe and Brianna with the initiative that we're placing on literacy, making sure that we understand that students must be re-engaged in order to build the vocabulary, to comprehend the way that they need to. So we've allowed librarians to do their job, to play their role.
That's right.
And in doing that, embracing their role, they're pushing all of us to embrace reading. And hence, we anticipate that our scores will go up, we will have better performance, we will just engage with each other verbally and remove some of the tech dependency that we have. Just this year alone, our increase in library checkouts with books has more than doubled, almost tripled in just this initiative. So it shows that when we place our focus on the things that are important to us, we will reap the reward. So we just need time to just keep our focus on literacy.
Absolutely. Thank you both. I'm going to close this with both of you. You shared with me a little before we got started, but if you will, just talk a little bit about how your experiences in the Tuscaloosa City Schools here at Paul W. Bryant High School specifically influenced your thinking for your future. Zoe, I'll start with you.
Well, being involved in the debate program, going into my senior year, I was worried because I wasn't sure what I wanted to major in. I wasn't sure what I wanted to go into, but being part of the debate program really broadened my perspective on a lot of the political and social issues that I already had very solid opinions on. I wasn't very movable on a lot of issues, but I feel like debate opened my mind so much, and it's really encouraged me to go into a future of political science and policy making.
All right. Brianna?
I would say that from the first day of 9th grade, Paul W. Bryant has been like a second home to me.
Wow.
It has given me so many opportunities, and it has grown me not only as a leader, but as a person. I know that I have more depth now as an 11th grader than I did when I entered into these doors. I think that being an ambassador, being a representative means so much to me because I get to express how much I love my school, and it's genuine. And like Zoe said, I do plan on entering the field of political science, except I want to use the field of political science to be a community service manager. I want to give back to Tuscaloosa City Schools. I want to give back to Tuscaloosa and Alabama in general.
Girls, it has been an absolute pleasure to be here with you, and we are going to watch you as you progress through the rest of high school, and as you leave high school this coming year. We're going to watch, and clearly bright futures ahead, and I believe we all are going to be the beneficiaries of your bright futures.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Today you heard from 5 outstanding students in the Tuscaloosa City Schools. As you can see in speaking with the 5 students, they're bright, they're intelligent, they care about their community, and they're going to do great things. Clearly their futures are bright. We're so proud to have students like this in the Tuscaloosa City Schools, and we're so proud to have amazing faculty and staff serving our students. Thanks again for watching this edition of the Progress Report.